Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of the Engine Room in association with Defender. I'm your host Sean Kennedy, and today I'm joined by my fellow Glasgow Warriors, George Horne and Kenneth McDowall.
Hello Sean.
Hello Sean.
Right fellas, let's just get going. Coming at the end of the season now, business end of the season. Looking back, any highlights that jump out to you across the season so far? I just whistled when I said the S there.
I think a good one for me would probably be that Treviso away game. I think when a lot of the international boys
got
were
man
away,
of the match.
Man of the match. Did you score a try then as well? Did you?
I think I did score a try. Yeah. No, I think just a lot of the internationals were away. We went over with quite a young squad. Managed to get a good win somewhere where we haven't won for a while, in pretty bad conditions as well. So I think they're pretty tough to beat over there. So that'd probably be one for me. And I scored a try.
And player of the match.
Yeah, you did well that day, to be fair. I think, off the top of my head, the Plaster at Purple a couple of weeks back was brilliant. Raised a lot of money for charity. Got a good win at home against the Sharks. And then our family day, was that Stormers again? Leinster, first day of the season.
First day, yeah.
100% goal.
There it is.
Did you score a try then?
Did you score a try? Yeah.
I knew what it was.
Did you start?
That's savage. Kenneth.
I've still not forgiven Franco for that. But no, yeah, those are always good days in the calendar. So to get 2 wins at home and raise money and get the families involved, it was class.
Yeah, nice. Bayonne away was class as well, I thought.
Bayonne away was
big win.
Yeah,
Class stadium.
unbelievable
class
stadium.
atmosphere, yeah.
We need to get that actually, like a wee pre-match song. How cool was that?
Yeah, let's find the
song.
Some
Warrior
sort of
Nation.
Glasgow Warriors
Anthem, would you call it?
Anthem, yeah.
They like put all the lights out, and had the torches going. It was.
I wasn't there for that. Can you give me a?
Oh,
idea what it was like?
wow, you missed it. Wow. Yeah, it was just like when we were in the changing rooms before the game, and as we ran out, they'd blacked out all the floodlights, and yeah, they got the torches out, and they have their Aviron Bayonnaise song, and it was just like, it felt like a proper European football night. But no, it was cool. So yeah, something we can maybe add to our match day
There we
repertoire.
go. Let's get that in. Over the season as well, we've had quite a lot of young lads getting a lot of game time. Most recently, obviously, Gregor Hiddleston scoring a couple of tries at the weekend. We've had Big Mac scoring in the last few games. Anybody else over the whole thing? Who's been standout for you in terms of the young lads?
For me personally, I was just so happy to see Duncan Munn get a couple of run-outs. Especially that second one down at Scarlets when he came on and he got a bit longer in that second match and he really made an impact in that game. He's someone that's obviously been around the environment for a couple of years now, and he works so hard all the time, and he's always so upbeat and so happy to help and wants to learn and everything like that as well. So just to see him get an opportunity and be able to take it as well.
Your days are numbered now as well.
I know, yeah, he's coming after me. Another tall, lanky centre, he's coming for me.
The prototype.
I know.
Yeah, D Money it's hard to look past him, isn't it? He's one of the most loved players in the squad already, and he's only been around a couple of years. And I guess from our point of view, seeing Ben come and play a few games and like out of nowhere, I think he's kind of just like stepped up when there was a few injuries or whatever, and played in some big games and did really well. So yeah, but you can name loads of boys this year that have come in. Big Alex Samuel as well. So yeah, the young boys have really stepped up.
Yeah, D Money.
What a guy.
Sits across from the change room, so I have a lot of time speaking
Dean,
to him.
Big Dino.
Big Dino, Munchie Box.
He's got the most nicknames out of anyone, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy guy.
Yeah, but then you could name them all, couldn't you? Like
Yeah.
they've all stood up and been really well respected in the squad since they've started playing, especially, and then they've all done their job as well when they've played. So.
Yeah, I think what's impressed me the most about especially some of the forwards like Gregor and Max is just the way they throw themselves about in games. Like sometimes I see Gregor and Max and Alex putting hits in games, it's like, geez, they're throwing their bodies into things that not a lot of regard for their own safety. They want to put their bodies on the line to help the team out, and I guess you can see with Gregor and Max, their two boys have probably played the most minutes and stepped up a lot. So
poor Al's rigs will let him down a bit. Chucking himself in, the big giraffe.
The neck can't handle much for Al at the moment.
But I can see why, because they certainly don't back down. So it's inspiring for us older guys as well.
Yeah.
Wait till they're
Gregor
20.
should bring back his bright green scrum
The
cap.
green skull cap.
The scrum
green.
bonnet.
Scrum bonnet.
George, you touched on it obviously with the Plaster at Purple that we had here a couple of games ago. Yeah, how good is it seeing those things take off? And like we've raised, I think it was up to £48,000 so far for that.
Yeah, it's unreal. Like such a close connection we've kind of built with the Children's Hospital over the last 7 years since I've been here. Like we do the visit around Christmas time, and it's great for us to get in and actually see the kids who are, unwell and fighting, and to see their courage and strength come through at Christmas as well. It kicks us on at a special time, and to be able to raise that money for them by playing rugby and wearing the purple socks and the warm-up jersey and stuff, it's an extra motivator for us. So it's a great initiative we've got going, and can't wait to see more money get raised for such a good cause.
So over the season so far, is there anything looking back in terms of lessons learned that we think it will take, or we can use going into the kind of business end of the season from the games that we've played?
Practice more line-out jumping.
For you?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm still floppy as hell when I'm up there.
Line-out jump.
Probably stop Jacqueline for me.
But you've been good at it.
Nah. Just too many big lumps running about there. That's where you get into trouble. So.
And I get Shade sending me videos on days off of how to maul better.
Quite right.
You still don't listen to him, though?
Me and Steno will get video, like nothing on work on your kicking or work on your passing or your footwork. It's
to be fair, if Shade's sending you videos or telling you how to work on your kicking and passing, you must be battling.
Bad that week.
It shows what my worth is. I'm hitting mauls and jumping in lineouts now.
Looking back at the Harlequins game and then the Edinburgh game, those two games that we lost from positions where we probably should have won, just how switched on you have to be in every moment, I guess, especially in those big games against the best teams. Little things can swing a game, and that showed with our turnover against Edinburgh. We're in their 22, they end up scoring, and similar thing against Harlequins, they turn us over, we basically piggyback them up to our 22 and they score. So just really being focused in, especially now it's coming to the business end, going to be knockout games. Every moment you got to be switched on, and you can't give any teams anything cheap, or you're gonna get beat.
On to the South Africa trip. Obviously we've got the Bulls and the Lions away. Talk through what sort of challenges we're expecting to face over there.
I think the first thing everyone talks about over there is altitude. It's obviously something that they play on as well. When you run out at Loftus, it tells you the height above sea level, and they tell you that it matters and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely something they try and play to their advantage, but it's you can try and get around it all you want and say it's not going to affect you, but it probably is, and it's just about that mental strength of trying to overcome it and fight through it. So obviously both games are going to be at altitude when we're over there. That's probably the biggest challenge outside of the actual on-pitch kind of rugby strategy stuff. Yeah,
where you're getting both teams are big physical forward packs, and then got X factor in the back line, the back three especially. So you got to be switched on at all times, off turnover ball and transition play. They're lethal. So you, like you said earlier, we got to stick to our process, deliver, execute on our game plan, and really be disciplined with that. Otherwise, they'll cut teams to ribbons. You've seen how many tries they've scored and stuff. So it's going to be two massive challenges, but something that we're looking forward to.
Have we got any secret weapons that we've been using to prepare for playing over there?
1,600 down-ups a week. That's been chucked around
per head
in the meetings. Per head.
The air protocols.
Yeah.
Can we let the secret out? Can we?
Don't know.
Basically, we've been doing oxygen deprivation training.
Drown on a watt bike is how it feels.
Yeah. You're going to pass out. So you basically exhale all your breath, so you've got no oxygen in your lungs, and then cycle as hard as you can for 8 seconds without breathing. Big nasal in-breath. In-breath?
In-breath.
Yeah, I guess it is an in-breath. And then, pass out.
Can you give us an example of a CO2 dump?
I'm in charge here. You do.
Yep. You go like this. And you spit everywhere.
So to try and get all the carbon dioxide out of
the system
as quickly as possible, to try and get fresh oxygen in, which helps you recover quicker. So that's something we've been doing as well. So look out for us all doing that on the pitch.
So a quick look ahead to the end of the season, lads. Obviously we're coming up to end of the regular games, into the playoffs. What sort of challenges can we expect going forward?
Obviously last year was disappointing for us with that Munster game at home in the quarter-final. I think this team desperately wants another shot at a game like that to try and put right the wrongs of last year. It's big pressure games against teams who are, it's do or die. You're going home if you lose. So I think that's why the South Africa tour is coming at such a good time for us. It's hopefully going to prepare us for games like that. It's against tough teams in tough arenas. When they're playing at their best, they're fighting for top 4. Lions are fighting to get into that top 8 as well. So, I think the games are only going to get harder from now on in, and the South Africa tour is hopefully going to get us in a good position to be able to play well in those games.
Both of you guys are involved in the leadership group here within the players. How good is it for you to see us? Obviously, so we're sitting on top of the league, but from a leadership perspective, how has it been, and how do you find it at the moment?
Well, I guess we've got to mention Steno. Like, he's been unbelievable the last couple of years as captain. He drives so much of it. Between the coaches and the players, he's a great link, and he's got so many good ideas on how we can kind of improve on and off the field. So we try and just assist him in that, but it's also like it's a whole collective thing, isn't it? Like, senior players like yourself, Dunky Weir, have a big impact on training standards and things, and it seems like we've got a good thing going. Everyone's buying into what we're trying to do, and it's obviously satisfying winning games and being at the top, but it's not what we came to do this year. It's to actually try and put it all together and win something at the end. So these are the most exciting, most important weeks, and I think everyone's just excited for what's coming up.
Like, it's nice when we come into the leadership meetings, Steno's got it all planned out and he drives them. We just have to chip in our 2 cents along with it and put our thoughts into it, but he comes with a real plan of what every week's going to look like. Even sometimes when he's not been playing, he's been there in that leadership meeting in the morning, driving it kind of in that period when he was injured and stuff. So he's a great person for us all to follow in behind. But like you say, other senior players, everyone's got to drive the standards within the group. If it's just one person, then it's going to fall apart somewhere. So I think the fact we're all pulling in the same direction in this end part of the season is a really good thing for us, and hopefully it'll see some good results.
We hope you've enjoyed this instalment of the Engine Room in association with Defender. Thanks again to my guests George and Stafford, and we hope to see you again soon.